All right, so you've done it again. You said you wouldn't do it. You thought you wouldn't do it, but it happened again. You overspent. You spent too much money. In this video, I'm gonna be talking to you about why you're overspending, how you can change that, and I'm gonna give you 2 power tips that's gonna help you change your destiny and position on overspending so you can put more money towards your goals. Let's go. Hey guys, I'm Jay with Empower People, Empower Change, where we're all about helping you change to a plant-based lifestyle to make you more healthy, as well as becoming financially free. So why are you overspending? I hear it time and time again. I just keep blowing the budget, or I just keep spending too much and I can't keep to it. All right, there's a lot of different tips, a lot of different tricks, a lot of different mindsets you can use to change that, but we're gonna narrow it down here. You have to get some goals. You are likely overspending because your overspending is inconsequential. The consequence for you overspending is not big enough, and the benefit of you saving more is not great enough. I'll give you an example. Think of your loved one right now. Your brother, your mother, friend, neighbor, kid down the street, whoever may be a loved one to you. So next month, you have to save up X amount of money in order to help pay for their health treatment, which they desperately need, right? Otherwise, they could truly potentially die, right? Sad thing. That why, that strong reason, that is what helps and motivates people to get to their goals. When you don't have that in place, it's just like, okay, so I spent an extra 30 bucks or spent an extra 300 bucks. Who cares? I'll make it up next month. Or I'm not really saving to buy anything, so I'm not worried about it too much. I just know that it's a bad habit. When you have specific goals in mind, which you have to have the goal, then that gives you something to look forward to. Even the Bible talks about when people don't have a vision, they start putting off discipline because you have no reason to be disciplined. When a sports player starts to train for like an Olympic event or the championships, they're gonna go to practice every day, all right? Because they know what's at stake. They know what they want to do and they know where they're going towards. They don't have time to take like 2 weeks off. They don't have time to binge watch. There's no place for them to eat outside of their regimen. So you have to have focus. You have to develop some kind of goals, short-term, long-term. Figure out what you want to do. What is the reason that if you don't spend the money here, that you can put here, all right? Is it your family? And what is your overspending costing you right now that's more expensive than the price tag? So power tip number 1, start tracking your spending. Why? Because what gets measured gets improved. Going back to the sports player example, they want a faster time, or they want to improve, or they want better statistics. You start measure those things. Okay, let's see how you are improving. Let's look at your statistics, or let's look at the last time you ran. Are you getting better? Great if you are. Even your job, your work performance, they measure, or at least they should measure your performance. If you're working at a job 30 years at the same place, same performance, never improved, then they should be talking to you, or somebody should be talking to you. But your performance should be increasing. You should be getting better and better at something. That gives you hope, that gives you motivation, that says, yes, there's a change here taking place. So let me ask you a question. That same motivation for better job performance, that's your workplace. But in a lot of workplaces, you can be replaced next week. How much more important is it for you to do things for your family or get to those goals that you wanted to do? You want to take that vacation, you want to do that world traveling around the world. If you don't plan for it, it's not going to happen. Or if it does happen, you're going to be deep in debt and it's not going to feel good afterwards. How much more important is your legacy? Or also, how much more important is the person you're becoming? Are you becoming a person who builds wealth and gives a lot of it away, is very generous? That's the type of person that I want to be. But you know what? Great givers, you know what great givers do? They give greatly. But I can't give somebody a lot of my money away if I'm spending it all wastefully or not really accounting for it. Rich people Wealthy people, they keep track of what they're spending, but you have to have goals. So figure out what's your goals. What do you really want to get to? Write it all down. And it's not just going to be something you write down and throw away or crumple up. Write it down and be like, this is where my money's going to go. I'm going to continue to stack it up to get here. One more quick power tip, accountability. Get somebody that's going to keep you accountable. Now, if you're married, your spouse can be that person, not all the time, but they might come in here like, let's look at the statement, what's going on? If you don't have that, or if you're single or something, you get a friend in place, you get a coach, and I'm talking about somebody who's good with money. Listen, Linda, if that's your real name. Get somebody who's going to be wise with money, who is not as broke as you. Or if they are as broke as you, just make sure they're trying to get to where you want them to get to. And you guys are really taking care of each other, sharpening iron. You want somebody that when you call them, like, okay, you think I should buy this? This is like way over my budget, but I really, really, really want it. Person says, sure, get 3 of them, because I want one too, and I give away one to a friend. You don't want that person, all right? Talk to me in the comments. What is something that you've spent too much on, or something you keep spending more on? Sometimes it might just be you need to raise that category up in your budget. If you're always going over in your grocery budget, but you really eat that way, it's not just careless overspending, then just go ahead and raise up your grocery budget and then adjust everything else just to make sure you fit everything together. That's okay. So those are my power tips for today. Thank you for joining me. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Again, I'm Jay with Epic. Empower people, empower change. Go ahead and subscribe if you want more stuff like this. I appreciate it. If you already subscribed, thank you.